Hey guys, Bethris here. It is 6:30 and sun's out. So glad about the time change. I want to talk about several things, but the first thing I want to talk about is Mike Lutz. And people say all the time, "Oh my God, you were lying. You were." Let me tell you something. When you get picked for jury duty, okay? When you get picked for jury duty, you have to sign a form out. You have to fill out a form. And if you know the person that is involved in any way, shape, or form, the victim or the suspect, you cannot be on that jury, right? Okay, so when Mike Lutz done that on Father's Day in 2012, he did get arrested by Jimmy Akers. Rest in peace, Jimmy. What a good guy, good cop. He arrested him, went to grand jury, and you know what? Here's what I want to explain to people, all right? Grand jury is made of registered voters, correct? Okay. So what do registered voters understand about the law? They understand whatever the prosecutor tells them to understand. Do you understand what I'm saying? Surely, God, you do. It went to grand jury, and but by that time, it was already a done deal before I got the BCI results, and I have them, and I will publicly announce them tonight. Okay. I'm telling you what, I don't give a shit about what you people think about me calling about Mike Lutz. If he would have done that to you, you guys would have snapped like a twig. Or I would like to think you would have. Anything I say about something that's factual, it doesn't matter. Nothing can be done to me, right? I've got the proof. So, where all you are hanging out with him and the girls at the courthouse and, all that, what do you think's going on there? And I have a confidential informant in the things at church where he goes and tells these women, my brother's rich. I can get you drugs or get you whatever you want. I have no holds barred here, people. No holds barred. I will tell anything because you know what? What do I have to lose? I've lost everything. All right? Lost everything. So, anyway, I will tell you, and I'm going to put this on Facebook, and I can't believe my hair's from going like that. Went back to the way I used to have it. That's pretty cool. Thanks, Joyce. But anyway, no, let's just get down to the nitty-gritty here. I don't understand why people don't understand what happened, and everybody's like, oh, I heard he did this, I heard she did that. Well, did they? Did she? Did he? I'm telling you what. If he wants to sue me for slander, he can go ahead. If I'm lying, I don't think he's going to get very far, right? I've got the BCI results. Michael Lutz, and I said, somebody said, oh my God, I can't believe you're blaming his family and the people he goes to church with. I tell you what, if I had a family member like that, and you know what was funny? What wasn't funny? In the grand jury, they questioned everybody that I had been with in a relationship. Never questioned Cheryl Wells or never questioned his ex-wife about the beating. I arrested him before for domestic violence. Long before that. So, Cheryl didn't give a statement and because she knew the truth in reference to the grand jury. And, Mia. Oh, she has to come in there somewhere. Oh, my dear God, the devil. So we had to do all that. So, anyway, this will be so public and so outrageous because you know what? I don't care. I don't care anymore. I don't care. What is right, what's wrong is wrong. And you either hate me or you love me. There's no in between. So anyway, listen, I don't have any fear of Mike Lutz. I don't have any fear of him at all. And you know what? The only fear I have, like I said in the video the other day, is reaching out and grab a hold of him. When you don't expect something like that in your own home by a boss, that's pretty crazy, isn't it? So even though he got by with that, I will The fifth book is all about that. And, since it's true, I can say whatever I want to. So anybody that loves that family and they're like, oh my God, I don't care. I don't care. You people don't pay my bills, okay? I do not care about what people think about me because, my dear God, they have blackballed me from a job forever. Can't get a job in this town because I'm too controversial, right? Well, I'll tell you what. So I'm going to work for myself, okay? Anyway, check out the whole thing here. I'm going to go in detail. I'm going to show the BCI proof at 1,000,000,000 to 1. It was him. I'm gonna print these out and I'm gonna show them to you. Grand jury. Oh my God, honey. And like I was speaking about the grand jury. Nobody on the grand jury can know anything about you. And who was the man over the grand jury? My neighbor over here, Rick Robinson. Not Rick Robinson that lives next to me that was deputy. No, he's great. Yeah. So you cannot be a neighbor to somebody and be on the grand jury. I'm telling you what, when the prosecutor comes in, he tells you what the law is and what you're supposed to abide by. I'm telling you what, if you're just a registered voter and you get jury duty and you're like, oh, I might be interested. Or you might, but I'm telling you what, every grand jury is, God, they're exposed to whatever the prosecutor thinks. If you guys think I'm crazy, you can go ahead and think it. I'm telling you what, whatever anybody in authority tells you, you believe it when you're just a regular person, right? So, oh, God, don't get me started on J.B. Collier, but rest in peace, right? No service, no nothing. There will not be a U-Haul behind a hearse, okay, people? Anyway, so why do we waste our entire life hurting people when once we die, we're gone? Why does anybody have a job that hurts people 24 hours a day? How can you be an attorney and put liens on people's homes thinking, oh man, if they die, I'll get the house? Who does that? Who does that? And yes, I'm talking about you, and it's going to get really in depth with that because this whole thing with you, is going to get a lot worse about what you do, about what your family does. And what do I have to lose? I mean, listen to sirens. You know what? I don't have pity for anybody. Nobody ever had pity for me. And you might call me abrasive, and yes, by God, I am abrasive. What I'm saying is, I got a jury duty notice a couple weeks ago. And then the next day I got one. Oh, it's been settled. Oh, honey, they don't want me on grand jury because I would expose every damn thing the prosecutor said. And you know who I'm talking about. I'm telling you what, you get these titles and you get this name. There's a guy that works in the prosecutor's office. And I'm going to say it. It's Markham. Honey, I know why you got a job there because you're a yes man. You'll do whatever they say, right? You're a yes man. Honey, we had an incident at IPD and you were involved and I asked you for a statement and you hand wrote it out with no title on the page or anything like that, like a second grader. But you're working for the prosecutor's office? Oh, my dear God. Markham, are you kidding me with that? Okay, you are dumber than a box of rocks. So, yeah, I said it. So, anyway, but you got a job, right? But I get blackballed because I just don't fit in. Yes, I said it, Markham, honey. And you know what kills me? And Jasmine, honey, I like you, but you know what? You know what goes on every day at the prosecutor's office. But you know what? You want to keep your job, right? I wanted to keep my job. That's all I wanted. I wanted to keep my job. But you know what? Excuse me. You know what? Everybody wants to keep their job, right? Connie, all of them. And then now that they're not working, oh, Beth, you know what? Fuck you people, because You knew what happened to me. Yes, I said that. Excuse me, Lord Jesus Christ. But I need to say it. I'm going to put this on Facebook too. People that disrespected me just because of the police department. Oh, honey, I won't forget it. And, it don't matter. It really don't matter much in my life. But I know who's true to me and who's not. And but I'll tell you what. Let me look in here a little bit closer. I'll tell you what. Don't mess with me. Don't mess with my family. Don't mess with anything I'm doing. I don't fear anybody. I will never fear anybody because God has my back. But I'm telling you what, these people that get jobs and make $65,000 a year and can't complete a sentence, that's a problem. That's a problem. And me to be blackballed for my whole entire life for getting a job here, just because I was good at my job being a police officer. That's a problem. But if anybody sucks their way to the top, yes, I said it, it's okay. But once you get to the top, nobody respects you because you sucked all the dicks, right? And I'm going to say it. Yes, I'm going to say it. And it's very graphic, and it might be kicked off there. But I'm going to tell you what, nobody will ever understand what I have been through in this city unless you go through all the documents online of the court, Supreme Court documents. And I'm telling you what, let me tell you one more time, anything I say or do, please don't call my sister Cindy or Teresa and say, I can't believe what your sister said. Listen, they have nothing to do with what I say or do. All right. Yeah, I'm going to put this on Facebook. I'm telling you what. I think it's time that we all just sit back and think, what is my life about? Have you ever thought that? Have you ever sat back when you got home from work and just thought, what's my life about? Is it about raising kids? Is it about having a job? Is it about, how many people are happy with the jobs they have? Well, I would say maybe 43%. You can Google it. What I'm saying is, what is so sad, what makes me so mad is that people are so worried about keeping their job that they will not tell you, hey, you're right. You were right about Ironton. You were right about the police department. You were right about the city council. I'm telling you what, people are so cowardice, and, that just is crazy. Why are you people a coward? I said you people. I did say it. Yeah. I don't understand it. But, and you will never understand what I'm saying. Because your life wasn't taken away from you. And, you haven't struggled like that, And I'm going to tell you the facts. Recently, I've had to put my house on the market, with, Murdoch, and I love them. I love Robin and Sean. Because Butch Morford has a lien on my home. Okay, so in 2011, paid my house off. Didn't know anything about a lien, right? And so, 2024, last year, I went to get equity out of my home. And they said, well, you've got a $30,000 lien on your house. Yeah, I'm going to say it, Butch. I'm going to say it. And honey, if I can say it on CNN, honey, you want my house, you can take it. All right? But I guarantee you, we're gonna deal with this. We're going to deal with this. Okay, so anyway, all I wanted was equity out of the house that I paid for. So I paid for the house in 2011 and stamped it. And, my grandparents worked their whole life here to have this house. So I was very happy about that. And didn't know about any kind of lien until 2024. All right, so I know it's legal for somebody to put a lien on your house, but I understand also he had a lien on the man and woman that recently passed away on a motorcycle accident, and their kids can't even do anything to bury them because he's got that lien. How many people have you, Butch Morford, put liens on people's homes? And have you seen your own home? Oh, honey, don't get me started. And you know what? Freedom of speech is freedom of speech. You can sue me for slander if I'm lying, all right? If you don't have a document that says I signed for you to give, for me to give you $30,000, honey, if you don't have that said document, I don't know, you shit, okay? Now I'm gonna explain this in detail to every single body. And yes, I'm gonna put this on Facebook. You know, because here's the thing, people, okay? Why do we keep everything silent when we're going through drama? I'm telling you what, and I'm gonna say it again. Let me tell you the facts here, okay? I'm gonna put this on Facebook, and he'll see it, and then he'll try to sue me for something, or he'll take my home. Whatever. I don't care, okay? Anyway, here's what we're going to say here. And this is the truth. Okay, hold on here. Anyway, this is the truth. And what do I have to lose by telling the truth? You ever think about that? What do you have to lose by telling the truth? Here's the truth right here, okay? My Uncle Dave McCown, asked Warren Morford to take my case, okay? And Warren did, right? So, went through the whole thing. Bitch called me. We got along great. Bitch called me one day and he said, JB said if you don't drop that grievance, because I filed a grievance when they fired me. Rich Blankenship fired me on October 28th, 2008. And so anyway, oh God, I've got so much information I'm just trying to get out. But anyway, so we went to arbitration, binding arbitration. If anybody knows what binding arbitration is and you pay union dues, if you pay union dues at your job, a firefighter, a police officer, a nurse, anything, and you went binding arbitration and they take it away from you, what would you think? How would you feel? I went binding arbitration, right? And Warren, honey, I'm not done with you yet, honey. Hold on. So anyway, arbitration happened. I'm not going to go into detail with the situation with Warren yet. I will if he does not cooperate. And yes, freedom of speech is freedom of speech. If he wants to do a video about me, he can surely do it. I'd be careful though with that because I've got so much information. But anyway, it's no big deal. What I'm trying to say, I just want to tell the truth. Because you know what? When everybody sits with the truth in their life and they don't tell anybody, it kind of builds up a little bit, wouldn't you think? I'm going to tell you what. I had no idea about a lien on my home until last year, like I said. So, anybody could put a lien on your home. If you're behind on your property taxes, anybody can do that, right? And so the land bank, from what I understand now, is run by Randy Lambert. I don't know what happened to Deanna Holiday, but I can only imagine. And, I only imagine. If you have 4 house fires and insurance pays for all of them, that's a problem, right? Yeah, Deanna, I said that. If you have 4 fires and insurance pays for all that crap, that's a problem. But it's who you know and who you're going to deal with, right? Okay. So anyway, let's continue. Let's continue with this. Let's do it. Who else do I need to vent to? I'm not really venting to. I'm just telling the truth, people. And how many of you guys want to tell the truth, but you're just too afraid to say it? You know? Hey, I tell you what, I ain't afraid to say anything. You know what I mean? And that's a wonderful place to be. But I'm telling you what, man, the people that get by in Ironton with the shit they do to people, everybody's categorized and everybody does this and everybody does that. It's all who you know and all that. I understand that. If you're a judge, your daughter's a lawyer, if you have the money to provide for your kids to be a lawyer or a judge or anything like that, hey, hallelujah, honey. I'm glad for you. But if everything at the courthouse is all family and all a big circle. And they say, oh, Waldo will say, oh, well, I'm going to point you to Roger Smith. Okay, well, Roger and all of them are all in cahoots together. I was a cop. I went in the room. Everybody says you got court at 10. At 9 o'clock, we went in the room. Cops were lining around the room. And they would make deals. It's just like making deals. Now, let me tell you something. This is real. I was there so many times. And it's called a precipice. It's called a precipice. Not a recipe. A precipice. If you've dealt with something on a call, you can add a name on that where you have to go to court, and that person will come and, say exactly what happened. Not a recipe, a precipice, all right? So anyway, they go back there, and I've been there, and especially on my days off, you don't want to, you got to get all that crap on, and the uniform, and the bulletproof vest, and you're talking about 32 pounds of equipment, right? You got to go down to court, maybe on your day off, and you stand in there, and they're all making decisions, right? They're all like, well, how about 6 months at Star? Well, how about I give you 4 months and you take 2 months? I'm telling you, it's let's make a deal here about people's lives. You understand what I'm saying? About people's lives. And you know what? They joke about it. So I was sitting there, and I arrested a guy, and he didn't have much, and but I abided. I did my job, and then a certain attorney was in that room and said, "Hey, Beth, you want to testify, or we'll just let this guy go?" I said, "Hey, I'm out of here." So it doesn't matter what you do as a police officer. It doesn't matter what you do or who you arrest or anything. Like back when I was a cop, they had a whole sheet of paper that you wrote down everybody you arrested, everything. And I was the most productive officer in the history, right? Selling Trump, don't I? In history of the city of Ironton. And what do? They fire me for helping somebody less fortunate. So please Google me, and it'll all be on there. But listen, I'm not done, okay? I'm only 22 minutes in. I'm telling you what, when you finally reach that limit to where you're not going to tolerate that stuff anymore, how many of you, really, I'm serious, how many of you are driving down the street and a police officer gets behind you and you're like, oh my God, why? If you're not doing anything wrong, there's no problem, right? But in this case, an officer might pull you over for anything. You never know. What I'm saying is there's all kinds of, okay, Rosie, listen, all kinds of sorts of things, and we'll be talking about everything, but I want to reiterate about the grand jury. If you get a juror letter, please text me and please send it to me, because I'll tell you what, that'll be the best experience you can have in your life, is to sit on a jury there at the grand jury, and you can tell that prosecutor will come in there and tell you what you need to know, what you should know, and what's going to happen. Do you know why Mike Lutz got by with that? Because I had a wife beater on. That's why Mike Lutz, a 1 in a billion, it was him. 1 in a billion. I've got the results on my computer. Why would I want to sleep with Mike Lutz, right? Why would I want to have sex with any man? I don't understand it. But anyway, I'm very abrasive, and I'm going to tell you what I think, and I'm going to continue to tell you what I think, because that's my freedom of speech, right? So everybody said, "Oh, you shouldn't talk bad about his family." What if he done that to you? What if he came in your house and done that to you, being your boss and thinking he's all that? What if he done that to you? What if he does that to your daughter? What if he does that? And yes, Mike Lutz, you can sue me for slander, honey. I've got the DNA results. Sue me, Mike Lutz. Honey, when I seen you at the courthouse, it was all I could do, and by the grace of God, and I said it on a video, to reach out and grab you. And everybody says, "Oh my God, you were bigger than him. You were a cop. What happened?" Well, I was kind of in shock. About the whole thing, and a couple of minutes after, kicked him across the room, and he ran out the door. left his shorts here. BCI got those shorts. And all the DNA. Listen to me. I don't care if you people think, and yes, I said you people, I say that all the time. I don't care what you think. I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart, Mike Lutz is a predator. He's a predator. He abused me. He sexually assaulted me. And if you have to sit next to him at the Catholic Church, honey, that's on you. That's on you. And I'm not asking anybody to believe me, but I have the proof. I'm not trying to slander him. Well, I'm telling the truth. If he wants to sue me for slander, then we'll go to court over that, right? I just don't understand. I mean, seen the article I posted on Facebook about the coach. Ever think about people differently and think about how they could possibly do something like that to your child or your relative or anything like that? I'm telling you, until you become aware of your surroundings, I'm telling you what, when I go in a place, my head's on a swivel. Notice everything. Notice a tattoo or ring. Notice glasses. No, notice anything. But I'm telling you what, and I know I skip around a lot on stuff, but I have never been more frustrated than I was when I seen Mike Lutz. And yes, I'm going to say his name again, Mike Lutz, honey. You don't scare me. Come over now. Come over now, big boy. And yeah, they're going to say, oh, God, she's threatened him. No, I'm not threatening him. Not threatening him at all. I'm a different person now. And he changed that. So anyway, I'll be putting this on my Facebook. I'll putting on my YouTube. And this is Beth Rest. God bless our Ohio.